I interrupted you earlier. You were talking about past lives. We got off on a tangent. So let's get back to that, and then we'll go to bow hunting. So what is this therapy?
It's a light treatment. So they do it's a series. The way they do you like keep your eyes open and you do like a breathing series, and then they send these lights across your eyes, and it almost puts you in this trance.
Wow.
And I was able, and you're being guided pretty. There's like a therapist that's like kind of guiding you through it. Dude, at one point I'm like, I'll be totally honest, I'm sitting there and I'm fucking just tears rolling out of my eyes. And I'm like, what the fuck, Because I was like releasing this trauma that like, cause the body keeps the score, man. So I was releasing that trauma.
So this light thing and someone's guiding, like what is it doing to your mind?
It took me, I was able to go into this, so I was able to go to my young self, to the young Derek, and I was able to like comfort him.
Whoa.
And like it helped me grow as a person because I was stuck in that trauma.
Whoa.
Stuck there. I was like, I couldn't grow. You can't grow unless I had to like let him know like you're safe. You're good. It's all good. Shit sounds wild, but it's real, man. I really fucking did that. Like, and then we got into it deeper because some of my like frustration in life is not knowing who my father is and knowing my ancestors because that's like important to me. So we like dug deep, and this is before I ever did any kind of ancestry DNA shit, and we dug deep into these past lives, and it took me into this fucking Viking camp, and dude, it's fucking wild. Like I'm gonna get into it. People are gonna like be like, you're fucking nuts. But
so
I'm telling
you under hypno? Like what does it feel like? Are you being hypnotized?
It feels like you're in a dream.
You're in a dream.
I felt like I was in a fucking dream.
Are your eyes closed?
No, your eyes are open. My eyes are open, but like the lights kind of like you can't see anything but the lights. So your mind is like the only thing that's really working, and you're breathing, and then you can hear this woman, and then like I go into this Viking camp, and I'm there, and I'm like with my woman, right, and I'm getting ready to go to war. She's like putting me in fucking armor and or not armor, but putting my like fucking hide, like this wolf hide or something on me, And then I grab my fucking axe and a shield, and I'm out there fucking like murdering people out on a fucking battlefield, just going ham, just fucking axing people, and like it was crazy. Like,
so you felt this?
I could feel it. It was like I was doing it. And then when I came out of that, I was betrayed in this fucking
in the
dream. I was betrayed by my brother. Whoever my brother was, they betrayed me because they didn't want me to marry this woman because she was like, to them, she was like they couldn't control me anymore.
Whoa.
So they didn't want me to marry this woman, and I did, and then they fucking had me killed.
This was all in this
experience. I wake up because my head was getting chopped off.
Holy shit.
That's what woke me up.
Holy shit.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Has that ever happened before or since?
No.
There was one time.
Yeah, I just did it. I did like 3 or 4 sessions, and like that was the last session because I felt like I had found the roots, of like the trauma.
Wow.
So I fucking like
I wonder if that's in there, man.
So that made me, I was like, this is fucked up. Oh, I know that I know that your mind is the most powerful tool you have. So I know that it can play tricks on you too. And like I watch movies and shit. So like I was like, this shit could have just came from a movie, right? So I was like, let me do some DNA. Fucking Scandinavian all the way through.
Of course. Look at you. Look at you, dude.
I came from Scandinavia. My bloodline goes from Scandinavia, Germany and Ireland, and then straight to fucking Appalachia.
Wow.
So
wow. Holy shit.
Just all around Viking.
I just, people will dismiss that. They'll dismiss it as imagination and dreams and stuff. But I just wonder how much you carry. I mean, obviously some information is transmitted. It's transferred from your genes into your children. And it makes me wonder. I mean, when people do have those past life dreams, or I always wonder if that's bullshit. Like there's always some little kid that can speak German that can tell you a story, or they grew up during the war, and you're like, what? Like you're 4.
Yeah.
Like there's a few of those, but I never know if those are real stories. Have you ever read any of those that are like very compelling?
I've looked into this heavy one time. There's a guy, a doctor, an actual person out of college that's been studying as many cases as he could find about this. And I can't remember his name. I can look him up. He's got the info.
And what does he say?
I think he says it is accurate, but there's levels to it. There's different parts people remember. You can't force the child to go through it. You kind of just have to like let them say what they remember. And as soon as you start asking things, it freaks them out. Sometimes they start crying. But there's one I remember hearing. He was remembering stuff about this guy, this World War II pilot's friends that he had. He like almost named the ship I think they were on.
Whoa.
This guy, like, he died in a plane crash. He was shot down. He was having all these memories of it, but they went too far with it, I think, is also what happened. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about now.
Oh, wow. Makes sense if these beings want to evolve and learn that you should have the lessons of the people from the past. They should be inside of you in some sort of a way. There's some sort of knowledge that gets transferred to children. It just makes sense.
Right.
If that's the case, you're going to have the most traumatic memories are going to be burned in there.
Mm-hmm. Because it's and then like even the ones that you experience in life, you bury those in your subconscious.
Yeah.
Right. So like when you're, I think it's what from.
This is the doctor,
He's
Dr.
dead now,
Ian
so
Stevenson.
It's still going
Shit.
on. The studies are still going on. Division of Perceptual Studies at Virginia, I think, is where most of the research has been happening.
Wow.
Lot of studies have gotten into it. Some people are bullshitting, obviously,
For sure.
but there are many cases of people that seem to be not bullshitting.
Deathbed visions.
A lot of
67,
stuff.
I think, is-
Various types of extrasensory perception, such as telepathy, apparitions, and deathbed visions, after-death communications or ADCs, poltergeists, experiences of persons who come close to death and survive, usually called near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, and children's memories of previous lives. Wow.
That's wild.
When you get a real scientist that's studying shit like that.
Yeah.
Because you got to wonder, like, it's so easy to dismiss those things. It's so easy to dismiss it. But the human mind and its just ability to acquire information and store it in there and to be able to remember things, like, all that is weird enough as it is. I don't think it's that weird that those memories would transfer to children.
No, it makes sense to me.
It does.
What the fuck do I know? You know.
Well, you have that. You have a memory that's pretty fucking intense that completely makes sense when you look at you.
Yeah, I mean it's. So I just fully embraced it, man. I got fucking Odin tattooed all over me, and
Oh,
fucking
nice.
big Odin, the big fucking raven with the Odin sign on my chest and shit. Like I
Full
fucking
Viking.
went into it, man, and just embraced it. So it's given me like a lot of peace, just kind of like
Knowing where you came
knowing
from.
where I come from, right?